Hello and welcome to Create Studio 4, how I created the second jigsaw sample. I'm Tony at Tony's Tutorials and we're on version 4.0.7 of Create Studio 4. First of all, we're going to go to start from scratch, or we could use new project, doesn't matter which. Just left click on them, either one, and we go to the canvas area as usual. But this time, instead of going to over here, we're going to go over to the plus sign up here. Right, so we're going to click on that plus sign. What we're going to do is click on rectangle, and the rectangle comes up, right? And what we need to do is adjust it to the right place, which is right in the top corner at the moment, like that. Then we're going to adjust it down to roughly about a third of the way across and a third of the way down if possible. Right, then what I'm going to do is use duplicate here by just left clicking on it, and I'm going to drag this down by left clicking, holding on the rectangle, and then drawing it down like that with the mouse button. Holding the mouse button still, right? And we're going to duplicate that a second time and drag it down once more like that, and leave that little gap there. And then what I'm going to do next is make sure the level like that. Then I need to just grab hold of all three. So I'll left clicked on the side here and then just whoops, hang on, put that fall. Left clicked on the side here and then held my left mouse button and dragged across like that. You can use Control and A or Command and A to select all as well if you ain't got nothing else on there. And do that, right, and then adjust it to make it the right size properly. Yeah, like that. That's okay. Now what I want to do is I'm going to select all them as it is now. They're all selected already, and I'm going to duplicate them again by left clicking on the duplicate button and dragging across. I want to try and make the same kind of gap between them, and then duplicate again, third time. Right, and then that's there. Let's keep the gap roughly about the same. Now all I need to do is select them all, so I'll do Control and A this time, and then I'm just going to drag it across a little bit this way. That's it. It reaches the edge there. That's over. That's it. Right. So now that's all the masks, and as you can see, the top one is the bottom one, and so on. Right, so they're all going the wrong way, but we ain't going to worry about that in a minute. What we're going to do now is, instead of worrying about all that, we're going to just go to the rocket. We're going to backgrounds, and we're going to find a background to use, right? And we're going to go a little bit further down. Doesn't matter which one we use, but I'm going to use this modern house one, right? I'm going to pick up the modern house, put it on here, like so. And I want to duplicate that 9 times. Well, yeah, 8 more times. I want 8 more duplications. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Okay, so it should be 9 now of them. And if you go 1, 2, 3, let's just check 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is the first one here, we're going to connect with that one. So I'll just select them two, and then I'm going to go right click, mask image with rounded rectangle. Then when I've done that, it's going to go there like that, and that's going to be it. Just drag that across, just so we can tell that one's already done. Next one, we're going to go with the next one here. So I want to hit Control or Command if you're on Mac and do that. So we selected both of them. Hopefully, no it ain't. It's me, I've made a mistake there. It's Shift, isn't it? Use Shift and select on both, and then you go right click, mask with round rectangle, and that goes there. So we know them are done, right? Then we get to the next one. Go up, Shift, selected both of them, mask image, and then move it across so we know that one's done, right? Next one, shift, select, mask with rounded rectangle and shift it across, right? The idea is so that we know we're doing them in order, right? So like that, put that one up there, and that's, oops, I've lost it, I had to now. Right now. Okay, and that one's done. So you can see that's the middle one. Click on that one and go down here, shift, select. You could have done it with that one, it doesn't matter, but I want to go back up here because of moving that one over, like so. And then we're on the last three, hopefully. Yep. Shift and mask, as you can see that did. Go back up and that one should be the one. Yep. I'll move that across. I'm only moving it across to keep it out of the way for a minute while I do the others. I should put them all in order really, but there you go. But, these will be in order once I've done this, so that's why I didn't swap them over automatically, because they will be in order once I've done this. Mask, and that one's that one. And the last but not least, the first one. Right, so select them and bring it back up and mask that. Right, now we can select all but the top one and go and bring them back over. I don't know if I've caught them all, but if I have, that's fine. If I haven't, we just go down and have a look in a minute on this stuff. That's three. Okay, that's fine. Set them. Right. Now, what we need to do... Oh, some of these are not exactly right. I want them all the same length at the minute. Right, so what I want to do now, as you can see, they're all parts. What we need to do is decide on what kind of animation we want them coming in and going out, right? Well, what I did was, with each end one, I put them in from that particular end, and the top one I put from that side, like that. So that's what we're going to do, right? So let's click on the top one there, and I should do motion right. That means it comes into the right from the left, so like that, right? Next, third one, that goes into left, right? And the middle one goes in from the bottom, top to bottom, yeah? So then we're okay at the front. Then the middle ones, we want that one coming in from the right, into the right, I mean, like so, right? Bottom one into from the left, and the middle one coming from the front if you want. Just make it big to little, I suppose. You could do that. You could scale it down. So this one, motion, scale, down, right? So there you go. We can do that. Have I done that? I ain't done that one right. You got to make sure you catch them right. If you don't catch them right, like that, see, it's on now. Right. Next one, we're going to do from the left. I mean from the right. To right, I mean. That's what gets me with this. It's back to front. Yeah. And that one's come up from the bottom, so it's, you got to put top on it. Goes to top, goes to the top. That's what the things say. Right, so now we've got them all, right, so they're all coming together at the same time, look. We can have them separated, which we're going to do in a bit, stagger them out, according to what we want. But let's think about what we're having for the animation out, right? because I want to do something different to these on here. So we're going to use the add animation to do them, right? Okay, so the first animation we want to come out is this one. We want the top one to come out here. So we're going to select that one first. So we want that one should have come in first anyway. So we want to spread these out like this slightly, that they all come in order, right? So we're stepping them so they're slightly different from each other, but only by the one movement, right? Like that. We can stretch them if we want to after, but I'm doing this so you can see them coming in separately, each one coming separately then, right? Does that make sense? I'll show you what I mean. Let's go to the beginning, play it. As you can see, them are going because they ain't the same length at the end, right? But you can see the idea. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull these over a bit longer than that, because obviously we want them to last a bit longer than that anyway. We want them to last until every single one of them's gone, so it needs to be past this area at least. So let's move it a bit further over to say 10, and we can move them longer as we get to them anyway, right? Put them on 10 for now, and then I can move the other ones further over as we go along, because I'm not sure how long I'm going to get to, but that's a pretty good idea of just where it should start is somewhere about there. You need to have a bit of space between the ending of that one and the beginning of that one, and that's quite reasonable space there, right? Okay, so we do that, and then we take it one more to there for the first one, and that's the first one, right? So yeah, so what I want to do is how we're going to take it out. We're going to use add animation, position, scale, rotation, and we can go, here's the first space, which you don't need to worry about. The second space we do, right? So there we need to first of all spin it round whichever way you want to go. You can go that way or that way, it doesn't matter. I'll go clockwise actually, might be a good idea. Right, so we can spin it round, and we want to go down this way or over here, go over there, and we can knock it down to about there, right? So it's like going away, right? That would be unusual, but it'll work like that, see? Right, I want that to stay on, the rest of it to stay on before this one goes. As well as that, I need to put some thingies on all of these. So this one, I'm going to put a border on it, click a border, make it black. What size? About 10, is that good enough? Yeah, it should be good enough, 10. Right, so do that. And you'll see then when it goes past, you can see the border, okay? And then we're going to put the borders on each one as we do them, okay? Alright, so this one, we want it to go a bit further, obviously, about there. And we're going to do the same as that, but I want to click on where the circle is there, and I want to do it here. Right, so click on there, add animation, position, scale, and rotation. Just drag that along a bit longer like that, and then we're going to go there. We go clockwise, turning round clockwise, and we're going to go slightly smaller, bring it straight down. Right. Okay, that looks pretty good. Do that, and then we're going to take the next one, bring it further over a little bit, and get onto the circle there, but on this one. Right. Add animation, position, scale, rotation. Pull this a little bit across, and then take that back. Then there, we need to just do the same again. Rotation. Right, and then we're going to shrink it down about there, and then bring it out this way. Okay, next one. Drag that across, out there. Click on there, like that. Add animation, position, scale, and rotation. Bring that across a little bit, not too much. Take that back a little bit. Click on that one. Now with this one we want to go over this way, so I'm going to go turn it clockwise again. Then shrink it down a little bit like that, and bring it over there. Right, that's pretty good. Then the next one, I'm going to do that one, same sort of thing again on the next one. So just add animation, position, scale, rotation. You know what I forgot to do? Got to add the backgrounds to them all. I'm busy trying to do it, so I'll just do that in a minute, don't worry. This one goes straight down like that, into nothingness. Right, like that, because that one's in the middle, isn't it? Right, so that one's going to get to nothingness there, and then that's it. Right, see that one like that. Okay, and then this one, you're going to go a bit further over. Oops, I made a mistake there, pulling that like that. You need to make sure you got these arrows on like that, and I'll go there. There's that circle there. Yeah. Now I'm going to do position, scale, and rotation. Don't worry about the board, I'll do it in a minute. I ain't going to worry about it too much. I should have done it with each one, but it don't matter, I'll do it in a minute. There we go, that one. So I'm going to do right like that. Okay, and then just go smaller and push it over there like that, so that's okay. Yeah. Next one. Right, so push that back there and add animation, position, scale, rotation, and then just go like that. And I'm going to shrink it down like that and then take it up there. Okay, that should be alright. Next one, over here, click on add animation, position, scale, and rotation. And just do this like that, and then I'm going to do it like that and bring it up, maybe smaller than that actually. Bring it up there, and the last one, I'm going to go right over here, click on add animation, precision scale and rotation. Bring it across a bit more, like that. Click on that. Rotate it clockwise. Like that. And then make it smaller. There, about there, somewhere like that though. And put it up there. So that's how it looks back to front. Okay, that's pretty cool. But now I forgot some things, right? What have I forgot? First of all, let's go to the line here of this animation. Change the easing to linear. Second one, change the easing to linear. And then we're going to change the border to 10 and black. Okay. Then the third one we need to do, change the easing to linear, right? And change the border to 10 and black. Okay. We'll do the same with the rest of them. Where are we now? We've done 3. That's the third one. Oh, it's on linear. That's the one we've done. This is the next one. It needs to be linear. And border should be black. And 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that one? Yeah, it's done. Next one. Linear. And border. 10. Black. Right. Click on that one. Linear. And border 10 black. Right, it won't be long now, we're nearly done actually, so let's change the border on that one and then I'll do the linear in a minute. Make sure it's done on linear as well. Linear makes it more natural animation, so it's best to have linear on most of the time, you know, for natural animation. So that's what I'm doing that for. Okay, but you can use other easings if you wish to get a different effect, but I prefer this one because it's the natural one, you know. So linear is the natural one for normal animation. If you want to do anything to make it look a bit different, you can try smooth or bounce or something like that, and you get a different effect as it's coming in. We'll go into that in one of my baby steps tutorials anyway, so we'll have a look at them then. Okay, but I think that's it. I think we've done them all, haven't we? Have we done the border on this one? I think so. Yeah, we have. That's it. So now that's all done now. We'll just have a look at it and I'll show you how it looks now. Done it. That one don't work then, I don't think. The one that was going up, down, up in. One of these don't work, I just saw. That one. Number 2 don't work right. Should have gone. It's supposed to be going down. So I'm just going to change that. Number 2. That's supposed to be coming down here. Like that, so that's better. Right. That's the thing you say, sometimes you get things that happen, so you miss one thing. There you go. I think that one's the wrong way, and I should be bringing it up rather than bringing it down. But we'll see. I can change that if I want to. Yeah, to be bringing it up. Right, so what we'll do is the middle one. Get to the middle one, which is this one down. That one I need to change the scale to up, like that. We'll try it again. Oh yeah, that's better. That looks better now, scaled up. Scale down, yeah. Okay. Well, that's it. That's how I created this type of puzzle when I've done the sample too. Right. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial anyway. If you've got any questions, please ask below the video on YouTube, or if it's on TikTok, you can ask me there. I don't mind where you ask me, as long as it's part of where I can get the question off you, and I will try and answer it as soon as I can. Hope you've enjoyed this tutorial anyway. If you have, please like and subscribe to Tony's Tutorials. Thank you very much for watching, and I really enjoy reading your feedback. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.